Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to English debate. Welcome to English debate class of 2024. And today we are going to hear the interesting arguments between two teams. Now, on my left side from affirmative team, and from my right side is from negative team. And first of all, I would like to introduce. I'm sorry. So the motion today is about the government should legalize online gambling in Indonesia. So I'm Bino as moderator today, and I'm not alone today. There are two evaluators here. First is Nancy, and the second one is Tessa, and also there are timekeeper. So first of all, please from the affirmative team introduce yourself.
I'm Mando as the first speaker from affirmative team.
Okay, I'm acting as the second speaker in the affirmative team.
Good morning, class. I'm Alin. I'm the third speaker from affirmative team.
I am Firas, I am fourth speaker and in the affirmative speaker.
Now return to opposite team to introduce yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am from first speaker from opposite team. Good morning, class. I'm Efra. I'm a second speaker from the opposite teams. Good morning, class. Good morning. I'm Lisa and I'm the third speaker from opposite team. Good morning, class. I am Jolan from the opposite team of fourth speaker.
Before we move forward, I will explain the rules of this debate. So, each team will have 5 minutes to explain their arguments. And the second one, after that, the opposite team will have 5 minutes also to responding. And all participants are expected to present the points respectfully, logically, and based on facts. And as the moderator, I will ensure that the debate runs smoothly and will issue reminders if any rules are violated. So let's begin with from affirmative team. First speaker from affirmative team. Time is yours.
There.
Okay, start.
Practice of gambling in Indonesia are inseparable. This practice have developed over time. In 1967, gambling was declared legal, specifically in the capital city of Jakarta, during the leadership of Ali Sadikin through the governor's decree number 705. The reason for this was to increase regional revenue and fund city development. Rejections and protests from various groups, including student demonstrations and fatwa from Indonesian Ulama Council or MUI that forbids gambling, led the government to revoke the permit for legal gambling. The government should legalize online gambling in Indonesia. For one, increase government revenue. Legalizing online gambling would enable the government to impose tax on operators and players' winnings. This additional tax revenue can be directed toward funding essential public services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. For example, UK Gambling Commission, the Gambling Act 2005 in the United Kingdom created a regulated environment that now generates significant tax revenue from online gambling. Source Gambling Commission website. And the second, enhance consumer protection and regulation. A legalized framework allows states to enforce strict regulatory standards. This not only ensures fairness and security for players, such as secure data protection and responsible gambling practice, but also minimizes the risks of fraud compared to unregulated underground gambling. For example, Malta is a leading jurisdiction in online gambling regulation. The Malta Gambling Authority, or MGA, enforce rigorous standards that protects consumer and maintain markets integrity.
PIW start.
Source Malta Gaming Authority. The third, promotion of technological innovation and job creation. A regulated online gambling industry encourages investment in technology such as cybersecurity and digital marketing, which can support job creation and overall economic growth. This not only benefits the tech sector but also support ancillary industries. For example, studies and reports from Australia have shown that regulated online gambling markets drive technological advancements and create significant employment opportunities. Search Australian Gambling Report. That's all.
The first speaker from Positive. Spend the time 2 minutes 48 seconds.
2 minutes 48.
2 minutes 48 seconds.
Now it's time to opposite first speaker. Please come in. Give explanation for 5 minutes.
Start.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, judges, debaters, and timekeeper. I am Della, and I am from the opposing team of first speaker in this debate. Our message today is the government should legalize online gambling in Indonesia. According to POAI, online gambling refers to gambling activities conducted over the internet. It includes various forms of gaming and betting such as 1. Online casino. Games such as poker, blackjack, roulette, and slot played on a digital platform. 2. Sport betting. Betting on the outcome of sporting events, be it football matches, horse racing, or other sport. 3. Online lottery. Purchasing lottery tickets and participating in draft website. 4. Online poker. Poker games played against other players on an online platform. Ladies and gentlemen, online gambling is often associated with a variety of negative effects, including first, addiction. Many individuals experience gambling addiction, which can lead to financial, emotional, and social problems. This addiction often leads to neglect of personal and professional responsibility. Second, financial loss. Online gambling can lead to significant losses, often leaving players in debt. This can have an impact on the financial stability of individuals and families. Third, fraud and security. Many online gambling platforms are not well regulated, increasing the risk of fraud, identity theft, and personal data security issues. Fourth, social impacts. Gambling can damage social relationships both with family and friends due to neglect of social responsibility and detrimental behavior. 5. Mental health problems. Involvement in online gambling is often associated with an increased risk of mental health problems, including depression and anxiety. Last, violence of love. In some countries, online gambling is illegal. Engaging in this activity may result in legal consequences. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my argument. Thank you.
First speaker from Negative spend time 2 minutes 54 seconds.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to the second speaker from the other group. Time is yours.
Start.
Ladies and gentlemen, revenue for government is one of the main arguments in favor of legalism. The only that is significant revenue for government. Business and other gambling establishments pay their revenues, which can be used to various public services such as education and healthcare. Additionally, governments can also earn revenue from tourism, fields, and other channels. Job creation. Decreased gambling increases jobs in the construction, operation, and maintenance of casinos and other gambling establishments. Additional is also generation jobs in the hospitality, retail, and service sectors. This can lead to increased economic activity and lower unemployment rates. Tourism. Legalized gambling can attract tourists to an area, which can help to boost the local economy. Casinos in particular are often considered tourist attraction and can help to create jobs, often considered jobs and generate revenue for local businesses. Consumer protection. Legalized gambling ensures that establishments are regulated, monitored, and audience for well play and the protection of players. It also allows for the identification and exclusion of problems gamblers. That's all. Thank you.
The first speaker from Positive spend the time 1 minute 37 seconds.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to second speaker from the city. Please give this applause.
Start. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the time given. Well, as we know, online gambling is an online game that can be accessed through any device. Our team agrees with some of the positive impacts that your team has provided. But we think that in addition, these positive impacts, there will still be some negative impacts, such as the first is related to the increase in taxes. As your team has stated that this can increase taxes when the government imposes high tax penalties on operators and players. Although online gambling can increase tax revenue, the negative impact on individuals and society is much greater. Many players will go bankrupt, which in the burdens the state. Through increased assistance, poverty, debt, and mental health disorders that require social assistance. And this will make many online gambling platforms to operate illegally to avoid taxes, so that the expected tax benefits are not maximized. The second is related to reducing illegal gambling and black markets. In fact, the legalization of online gambling can expand access to gambling. This increasing addicted players in addition. There will be many online gambling platforms that engage in non-transparent practice, such as manipulating algorithms or fraud. Even illicit scams cannot be eliminated because there will be some players who look for alternatives to avoid taxes. For the third point, about attracting foreign investment, it may be quite difficult because foreign investment in the online gambling industry benefits large companies more than the general public, and the profits obtained tend not to rotate in the local economy but abroad. PIY start. Then for the fourth point, about contributing to the social and entertainment sector, online gambling cannot be equated with other types of entertainment such as music, art, sports, and others. This is because of its addictive and high-risk nature. Often the profits do not go back to the social.
Okay, as you said, the government revenue. Okay, so as I said before, for example, UK Gambling Commission, the Gambling Act 2025, the United Kingdom or Australian create a regulatory environment that now generates significant tax revenue from online gambling. So the revenue will be legalized in Indonesia, can be legalizing, and we can duplicate the in Australian regulation.
Thank you for the questions. I can answer it. For this point, strict regulations are not always effective. in preventing the negative impacts of gambling. Big law enforcement in Indonesia will be a loophole for players to play on illegal platforms. Of there will even be those operating for overseas platforms that are difficult to monitor.
Enhance consumer protection and regulation. Legalized framework allows states to enforce strict regulatory standards. This not only ensures fairness and security for players, such as the secure data protection and responsible gambling practice, but also minimizes the risk offered compared to unregulated underground gambling. For example, Malta is the leading jurisdiction in online gambling regulation. The Malta or MGA implements several standards that protect consumers and maintain market integrity. So it's Malta Gaming Authority.
The problem is, there will be many online gambling platforms that engage in non-transparent practice, such as manipulating algorithms or fraud. And I can say next my opinion. Then the fourth point about contributing to the social and entertainment sector. Online gambling cannot be equated with other types of entertainment such as music, art, sports, and others. This is because of its addictive and high-risk nature. Often the profits do not go back to the social sector, but instead worsen social conditions, namely by increasing crime, stress, and family divisions. Instead of being an entertainment sector, online gambling creates many new social problems in society and the country. The fifth point is about regulation. Strict regulations are not always effective in preventing the negative effects of gambling. Big law enforcement in Indonesia will be a loophole for players to play on illegal platforms, or there will even be those operating from overseas platforms that are difficult to monitor. I will also add some other negative impacts of online gambling. First, online gambling can have an impact on decreasing productivity. This usually happens to employees, students, and high school students, which result in many of them focus.
The first speaker from Positive spend the time 5 minutes 1 seconds.
5 minutes, 10 seconds. And save time.
Now it's time to third speaker from mathematics team to give lectures. Time is yours. Please give the
Good morning, everyone. I'm the third speaker.
Start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm the third speaker to support argument from one speaker and two speakers. Okay. Online gambling can pose a risk of crime and fraud, and by legalizing it, the government can regulate and easily understand and supervise the gambling industry more effectively. As explained by the UK Gambling Commission 2020, it shows that effective regulation can reduce the risk of fraud and crime. In the regulation can reduce the risk of fraud and crime in the online gambling activities, can also improve the country's economy, and for example, with the development of online gambling companies in Indonesia, the government can impose taxes on the companies and provide employment opportunities for the young generation, especially in the fields of technology, management, marketing, and customer service, as explained by medicum.com and Mahasiswa Indonesian ID. Thank you.
The
Education, please.
You finish? Time.
Education,
You finish? Report. Report the time.
The third speaker from Positive team spend the time 1 minute, 10 seconds, and time is over.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to third speaker from opposite team. Come in.
Opposite team.
Time is yours.
Start.
addition to the positive impacts that have been conveyed by the pro team, we also cannot close our eyes to the negative impacts of online gambling. As a counter team, we oppose a motion or topic that is being debated because we must think about the long-term impact of the decisions we make today on society, cultural values, and the future of the nation's generations. The negative impacts include the following. First, negative social impact. Gambling is often associated with social problems such as addiction, financial issues, damage to family relationships, and bankruptcy, which can harm the community and the state. Regarding this matter, there is a concern that the legalization of online gambling may exacerbate this problem. The second is culture and religion. Indonesia is a devout country with religious and cultural teachings. Of course, there are many religious and local cultures that prohibit gambling practices. Therefore, the legalization of gambling can conflict with religious and cultural values that exist within society. And the third is misuse of young people. Online gambling, which is easy, accessible, can have a significant negative impact, especially on children and adolescents who can be easily influenced by negative factors. Without strict control, they may fall into and become further involved with online gambling, which can lead into addictions. This, of course, also threatens the welfare of society and the state, namely Indonesia mass. If young people become addicted to online gambling, the future welfare of the nation is at risk. That's all.
Time is over.
The third speaker from negative spend the time 1 minute 47 seconds and time is over.
Give applause for the third speaker from the Now it's time the last speaker from Argumentation. Time is yours.
No POI, yeah? Fourth speaker, no POI.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the time given.
Start.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the time given. I am Dylan. I am from the affirmative team. So, in the summarize, legalizing online gambling can be a significant source of tax revenue for the government, which can be used for the infrastructure development and social programs. By legalizing and regulating online gambling, the government can reduce illegal gambling activities that often lead to organized crime. Legalization to protect consumers from fraudulent practices and scams that often occur in illegal gambling. A legal gambling industry can create new jobs in various sectors, including information technology and customer service. That's all. Thank you.
The fourth speaker from positive spend the time 49 seconds and time is over.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, last speaker from opposite team.
Start.
The negative impacts of online gambling in Indonesia has had effects on the first, social impacts. Gambling is often associated with various social issues, including bankruptcy, domestic violence, and mental health problems. Legalizing online gambling will exacerbate these issues, particularly among already vulnerable groups. The second, moral and cultural conflict. Indonesia is a country with a majority Muslim population where gambling is considered or forbidden. Legalizing online gambling will conflict with the culture and religious value held by many people, which potentially leading to social tension and conflict. Three, regulatory challenge. While there are potential benefits to regulating the online gambling industry can be a significant challenge. The government must ensure that there is an effective system in place to principally from protect players and oversee gambling operators. That's all. Thank you.
The fourth speaker from negative spend time 1 minute 24 seconds and time is over. No DIY.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we just heard the interesting arguments from these two teams. I think once again, please give big applause for these two teams. Furthermore, we heard the comment by the evaluators.
Given, so now I want to evaluating affirmative team. Start from speaker one.
First speaker.
For speaker one, the argument present is clear enough, and the rest I think is already good. But the fluency is not very good because the speaker is speaking too fast. It is better to speak well and not fast. And to speaker two, the argument present not enough to support what speaker one present, and your pronouns are unclear. You have to speak clearly next time. For others, I think already good. And for speaker 3, your material is good and enough to support the others' material well. But your material too little, you should add more material next time. And for others, I think have already good. And for speaker 4, your material present is good but not enough to conclude the others' material. It's better to work together well. For others, I think already good. Thank you.
Give applause for the affirmative.
Good. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for listening to me. I will evaluate control team debate on the topic. The government should be online gambling in Indonesia. From speaker one. Firstly, vocabulary and grammar is good. Your pronunciation clearly, fluency is pretty good, but you need to be more fluent in pronounce word by word. Speaker 2. Firstly, your vocabulary and grammar is good. Fluency is very good, but don't rush into pronouncing a sentence. Pronouncing is also good, but you have pronounced word more clearly so that your opponent can hear you in the debate. For speaker 3, I think good. There is no problem. You convey the debate material well. Fluency, don't rush into pronouncing sentences. For speaker 4, firstly, good vocabulary and grammar is also good. Pronunciation is also quite good, but you have to learn to pronounce words more clearly so that your opponent can hear you in the debate. Fluency is pretty good, but you need to be more fluent in pronouncing word by word. Don't rush into pronouncing a sentence. Thank you.
Right. Lastly, I'm as moderator today, and I think thank you for watching this debate, and I leave the podium. Thank you.
Off the camera.